Hi, Trish.
We've done it. We've got the band back together.
Finally.
We realize we have taken a hiatus.
Yes.
Not in real life, just from the podcast. And it wasn't on purpose. You know, lots of life things happened, as it does for all of us.
Well, you were on a great tour and had great shows. And I came to Nashville and saw you. That was so fun.
It was so fun. Y'all, little Kay came and surprised me because I'd been on the road for 2 weeks and I had no clue. But then Karen's like me, where we love a surprise till we don't. So then Kay called me the morning of the show and was like, girl, I'm coming to see you in Nashville. And I came unglued. And Karen was lovely enough to get up and do a set, which if you came to the show in Nashville, y'all got to see what amazing show. Hugh Hauser, Lil Kay, and me. So it was just such a fun night.
It
and
was
I love
a fun
Zanies.
night. I do too. So
Such
fun.
a great place. And you just did the beginning of the Nashville Comedy Fest, right, with Hugh over there. Mm-hmm. We love a Hugh Hauser. If you have not, go see Hugh Hauser. I'll turn into his PR. He is a dreamboat, and he's always my desired color of tan. Yeah. That's sweet Hugh. But we've been tending to life and family, and then I got the flu. That was a time. Went to the Bahamas. I rescued a dog. It's now living in Toronto. Don't we all want to live in Toronto? I'm just saying, someday is not a bad idea with what's going on in the world. But yes, it has been a minute. So Karen and I are back at the saddle, and I asked Kay, what do you want to do today? And we were both talking about the fact that we can't really not talk about what's going on in the state of the world, because it's a little bit of a dumpster fire. A little bit.
It is.
A little bit.
A little bit. I mean, we've tried to ignore it, but it's hard to ignore.
And we want you to know that we love y'all and we're with you. And this isn't technically political, so don't get all like, oh my God, these girls are about to get political. Nah, this is just about common sense episode. This is one where you're like, hey, what are you doing to stay sane? Because I'm so Southern. I grew up with a household of women, Southern women. Kay, co-sign it if you've known these people, but stuff would blow up in the background, and my whole family would be like, we're fine. We're good here. Yo, you want something to eat? You can only do that for so long.
Well, yeah, before you look and see what's blown up. Yeah.
Exactly right. Exactly right. So I have been on that. We're doing great. We're doing great. That's what I keep saying out loud. But I realize some of us aren't doing great. So Kay and I are here to just tell you how we have been getting through it. Maybe these are some helpful tips. Maybe y'all just laugh at what we've been doing. Besides telling jokes on the road, which is lovely. And I do think getting out and being out of your normal environment is helpful to not get so saturated, right? Because social media is everywhere. It's everywhere you pick up the phone, unless you've taken them apps off your phone, which good for you. Tell us your ways.
Yeah, no kidding. I mean, sometimes you just have to put the phone down because you just get so inundated with everything.
It's so true. And I want to keep it because I like seeing, look, for my mental health, if somebody's hugging a goat, if you're loving on a long-haired baby cow, basically anything with 4 legs, I am beside myself. Sometimes, too, I love a duck. So, truthfully, that's how I've stayed sane up till this point. And my husband and I were sending each other so much, back and forth, trying not to do, we're trying to do funny memes. And then, political stuff slid in there. And he and I both made just a pact of hey, we're allowed to show each other in person, but we can't spam each other crazy mess to make us crazy.
Yeah.
So the only thing we can send each other now are animal videos. And the crazy, and Karen usually gets 85 to 90% of what Jay sends me. So that's all we're doing now to stay sane. There was a man the other day, I'll have to share it, y'all, who they've gotten so many animals from moving to the country, and his wife films him, that he decided to bring their rooster in the house and held it to give the rooster a tour of their house, because he thought, you know what, I think, I bet the rooster wants to know what our house looks like, because they go in the hen house. And this wife films her husband carrying the rooster, taking him from room to room, and I was like, this is the quality content I need right now.
Well, Christy's office, there's a big fenced-in extra lot where there's equipment and different things, and somehow there's been a rooster getting in.
No.
Yeah. And then they'll kind of have to, it'll go home because the gate will open. You have an electric gate, and it'll make its way back out. They'll just walk out the gate and down the road, and nobody knows exactly where it's going and coming from. But, it's just,
I'm surprised Christy hadn't built it a chalet yet.
I know she was ready to, but she realized it belonged to somebody. So it's just visiting. She says it's carrying a Gucci bag right now. But all these egg prices.
All these egg prices. Yeah. It's like, listen, have you met my ladies? We run a tight ship. Truthfully, she could build her a bougie, Airbnb hen house on the back of her office, and she could start charging. It could pay the rent.
Exactly. Well, yeah, because I said there's a rooster, but there's also hens that have, so there's a house somewhere on the street that has them. Yeah, and apparently they just, have their free range, I guess.
The ultimate. They're Chattanooga's free range chickens. Honey, they're headed down to the vintage stores. Then they're going to go over to Stir for lunch.
Yeah, no kidding.
That's my kind of news. I have nothing but good news on my feed. I've muted most everything else. And I know some people might say that's head in the sand behavior. I do check in for about 15 minutes total a day now. I do 5 minutes in the morning and then 10 at night because I feel like it's better to do a roundup of what chaos has occurred during the day. Right. My Dodgers went to the White House to, I guess, I don't know why they felt like they needed to go, but I guess that's, they won the World Series last year, so it was their turn to go. Right. And if y'all haven't caught DJT speaking about baseball, please do yourself a favor and get on social media. What a time to be alive. As a woman that loves sports, I was offended because I was like, bro, you need to just brush up. Just give a brush up. Somebody write him a briefing. Something. Because I was like, is this what... Do you just want to say congratulations and keep it pushing? Oh, y'all, what a time to be alive. That's all that I know that's going on right now. Everything right now to me is is this real news? And my friends that live overseas, from England to Spain we have friends, gratefully, we have friends all over the world, really. And they will call and check in on us like a wellness check. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? We're like, we're hanging in there. We're hanging in. And they're like, we just want everybody to know that we do love Americans. We know it's not y'all. And I said, if y'all could just keep remembering that, please know that we're not a bunch of buttholes. That's what I just try to keep, my little corner of the world and remain it's a small world, my version of it's a small world. Hey, we're all sweet. We want everybody to do well.
Pulling for everybody.
It's all we can do.
For everybody.
Rooting. Little Kay, you just had a birthday, too.
I did just have a birthday.
Did you do something exciting for your birthday?
I did not. All I do is go and go and go. Yeah. And whether it's doing comedy and on the road that way, or going to take care of my mom, which she, this last month she had COVID, then she fell and turned her ankle. And so it's been on the daily, just going and helping her. So I just wanted to be home.
Well, girl, that is doing something then. That is something
sit
fun.
in and watch a show and,
Isn't that so good? Sometimes doing a bunch of nothing.
Oh,
I'm so tickled for you. Yeah, a bunch of nothing is wonderful. You come into the show the other night and just being able to do, and in our world, y'all, being able to do comedy in a short set, not meaning there's just no pressure. You're going to try. Karen did a bunch of new stuff. It was phenomenal. And just being able to have no stakes. And I think we all feel that way in life. Sometimes when you don't have any stakes on something and you take the pressure off yourself, you forget almost what it's like to have fun. And sometimes doing a bunch of nothing is fun.
Oh, it's the best.
It's the best.
I love it. I love to putz around and even when you're putting in laundry and that kind of stuff. Yes. That makes me happy when I'm catching up with things. I feel like I'm accomplishing something. I'm getting my life organized, and so then I feel more productive in other ways. So, when I'm so run to death that I can't even catch up the laundry or clean out the refrigerator or that kind of thing. It just makes me feel so chaotic.
Same. It's an overwhelm. We know there's outside overwhelm, but the overwhelm that you can control, and I know that sounds crazy to people, but Karen and I both, Karen more than me because I'm getting better at it, y'all, but Karen's you do for everybody all the time. You're just always you are a doer, in the best way, like in the most lovely. I'm getting better about being, what? I think it's perimenopause because I genuinely forget. It's not that I wouldn't keep doing. Somebody will ask me something, I'm like, oh my Lord, did I say yes to that? Like complete, don't remember it unless I write it down immediately. But when you go and do like you do, Kay, there's something really wonderful about being able to take the time so you aren't overwhelmed, and the little things that, like, I get excited to do things like, look at me, I've refilled my prescription and set it to auto refill and it'll deliver. I'm like, who am I? Every time I do something like that something just shows up at my door, I'm like, oh, I'm bougie. I have staff. Like the staff is me, but I feel very excited. Like, oh, Jace laughs because I always go, oh my God, I love our assistant. Y'all, I'm our assistant. Also, my dear friend John DeLong. Do you use chat? Oh, yes, you do. We've had this conversation, Chat GPT.
Yeah.
My dear friend John DeLong, who we call Mamaw D. Mamaw D is a proper Southern gentleman gay. He will tell you that he's born and raised in Roswell, Georgia. Seersucker suits from just put together as all get out. But when he gets cold and tired at the end of an evening, he likes to take to a rocking chair and wrap himself in a bougie Hermes blanket and Prada sunglasses. And he looks like somebody's bougie Mamaw. So we have named him Mamaw D, and that is what he's called. Mamaw D will always say, he goes, I just love when things are done. And so I said, well, you need to start using Chat GPT. And he goes, who's Chad? And I said, no, honey, Chat GPT. He goes, why are you saying it so fast? Who's Chad? I was like, baby, it is AI. He goes, and they've named him Chad. That's specific. I was like, No, that's not. But forever. No, so now Jace, my husband, and I call him Chad. We call Chat GPT Chad. So I will ask Chad to make me a list of something and remind me of that list. And y'all, Chad makes me feel like I have staff. That's the point of this. I've never felt so put together in my life. I love it. Oh, and then you've got Jax. That's Karen's little dog, who is also like staff security.
Jax is security, and that's how he is on my taxes.
Let me tell you something. I just said to our accountants, I said, y'all better line item these two. They're security, because I pay a pretty penny for them to run this rodeo when I'm on tour. So hurry up and line item these boys.
Yeah, and Cat's pest control. So
see, let me tell you something. Karen's not new to this. This is how we're getting bougie in 2025 and disassociating from the rest of our problems.
What?
Oh, see, he's coming in to tell you the business of the neighborhood. That's what my dog will come in. Duder's out there with Jace. My husband's laying mulch right now, y'all. He loves a project, and he said, I'm going to lay mulch if you and Karen are recording. I said, okay. And if y'all aren't watching on YouTube, there's the head of security, Jax. Oh, you might hear the rustling of his little necklace, but hi, Jax. He's like, I can't be held up in your arms. I've got to go on patrol.
He is. He's always on patrol. Paw Patrol around here.
Are you making, this is my question, for things, I keep calling it disassociating to not think of what's going on, like how I started the year with bangs. I cut a bang to not think about what's going on, so I had something else to worry about. Are you doing comfort TV right now to not think about the state of the world? Like, what's saving you? Is it comfort TV or is it news shows? Like, what's the distraction of choice? Mine should be working out, but unfortunately, y'all.
Mine should be too. That's really what I need to be doing. Now, I am doing this isn't what I'm doing for comfort, but I am doing a lot of stretching and a lot of things that I haven't been doing that's really helped my neck and shoulders. And so I'm doing a lot of different stretches and that kind of exercise, some bands and stuff. So I'm doing some, but I'm not like, I wouldn't call it training. I would call it helping the pain. But my comfort shows are not new shows. I'm like a little child in that I like to know how things are going to end if I'm doing it for comfort.
Yes.
I'll rewatch The Proposal. I'll turn on Friends. I'll do things like that I know it's going to make me happy.
I love you for
sometimes with new stuff, I'm not sure what it's going to, a good serial killer documentary. I'll do something that's going to bring me comfort.
You and my husband, he said to me last night, because we finished White Lotus. Did you watch this season? Do you watch White Lotus, Karen?
I started it, but I have not kept up with it. So I heard it was something, though.
This particular season is a joy. If y'all aren't watching, I'm not going to spoiler this, but everybody that knows you, if you're on social media, you know who Parker Posey is, and you know that her character is her current character is a very well-off woman from North Carolina, and she has played this character so over the top yet fabulous. Jace and I are in a ditch over it. We love it. Everything she says. Her kids are named Saxon, Piper, and Lachlan. I mean to say, she's playing Victoria Ratcliffe. And they go to Thailand, and she's constantly in a very gorgeous caftan, and everything out of her mouth is, oh no. And so every time something happens in the headlines or in the world, Jason and I look at each other right now and go, oh no. I'm like, it's all we can do to keep from like going, this is real life. So we've just laughed at it to nauseum, but it's so good. And the oldest son of hers is played by Patrick Schwarzenegger, Arnold Schwarzenegger and Maria Shriver's son. And let me just tell you, he's phenomenal.
Well, and I know there's some frontal nudity.
There is a bit, yeah.
And I heard that he told his mom, he told them both, I guess, that he got the part, but please don't watch.
Yep, that was a good call. That was a good call all the way around. The storyline, everything. Look, they're pretty devout Catholics in that family, and I don't know how many Hail Marys you're going to have to say. I don't know how many raised in the Catholic Church. I don't know what that conversion rate is, but it's probably high. So good call, Patrick. But it's just really well done. And Walton Goggins, who is possibly one of my favorite actors in the world. If you don't know Walton Goggins, if you watch Righteous Gemstones, he plays Baby Billy, the brother. Yeah. He's one of the greatest character actors, I believe, of our time, of our generation, and because he can morph into anything. Sons of Anarchy, if you watch Justified, his characters are so epic, and he becomes them so intricately. Look, I'm definitely not an actor. I'm a comic that can act sometimes. He's a absolute actor, like transformative, and he's in this season, and he's so unhinged that you're just like, wait, what? Because you're not ready for how he's going to act. Also, Leslie Bibb, you know her best as the wife from Talladega Nights, who is married to Ricky Bobby. Yep. She's brilliant, and she is in this season, and so is her longtime life partner, Sam Rockwell. They aren't married, but they've been together a very long time, and he was unexpected in this and plays a wild left field character. So it's just one of those great shows as far as a distraction goes with the state of our world that had us checking in every Sunday because a new one dropped every Sunday. So now you can binge the whole season. It's all ready to go. But two of our favorite shows are back. Starting April 10th, Hacks is back, y'all. Whoop, whoop. So that's a new distraction we're tickled for. And Righteous Gemstones is back. So, and that's their fourth and final season. And Danny McBride is a genius who created it, who plays Jesse Gemstone. And if you haven't ever seen Eastbound and Down, give that a watch. But that's been our go-to. And then this was the point of this. That's what I wanted to watch. My husband last night, because it was over, says, hey, let's watch this. And it was a Netflix documentary called Gone Girls. Oh, my Lord. It's a 3-episode series about this serial killer in Long Island. And I was like, I can't sleep.
Oh, my God.
I had to put on an episode of Friends. I was in a ditch about it because, I watched all 3 episodes. And I was like, wait, what? Y'all watch this madness. But if you're somebody like me that doesn't sleep well, watch it not late at night because I was just in a ditch over it. But if you like a true crime, give it a go. It was banana crackers. This all started in like the late 90s, and they just captured him in 2023.
Oh, wow. And what's the name of it?
Gone Girls. Like plural.
Yeah. Like
not Gone Girl, the movie with Ben Affleck. Yeah.
Right. I gotcha. Well, one thing I'm really excited about that is going to be, I'm not sure when it's going to be released, but they finished filming, and hopefully they'll start dropping before too long. Of course, who else is in it but Nicole Kidman, but Scarpetta.
Oh.
That's Patricia Cornwell, all based on a character from all of her books.
Oh, I've not seen
Medical Examiner. Oh, it's so good.
Okay.
Jamie Lee Curtis plays her sister, and Nicole plays Scarpetta. And I've loved these books for when I started in comedy, I would go to the library and get them on cassette. That's how long they've been around. And Patricia Cornwell was actually Billy Graham's goddaughter.
Stop it right now.
Yeah, but anyway, she I can't wait.
And what is it on? What
It's going to be on
streamer?
Amazon.
Amazon. Oh, I'm in for that because I loved. I grew up funeral kid, creepy kid, Hitler.
Yep. Yeah.
I grew up with Quincy.
You'll love it.
Yeah. So, and if y'all don't know Quincy, I just dated myself terribly, and I say that because my whole family. When you grow up in a funeral family, you like death in a different way.
Yeah.
And I love a good medical examiner story. Dr. G was great on TLC, but she's a real medical examiner. But this, I will be all about Scarpetta. I'm in.
Oh, I love it.
Thank you, Casey. I love. Yep. That's what I can handle. The other day I watched. I love BritBox. I have a thing for British.
I love British humor.
British humor, British dramas.
Yeah.
First of all, the Brits, I think we think in the States that anything acting and stuff is kind of like, I don't want to say frivolous, but it's like people fall into it. There's very few Meryl Streeps that went to Yale, if you know what I'm screaming. Mm-hmm. There are some, don't get me wrong, there's amazing actors and actresses that have, and I'm not doing that. But it feels though in the UK, everybody went and got trained properly. So any show,
from stage.
Yes.
Yeah, really.
They got a master, it's like watching a master
training.
Class.
Yeah.
It's like you're not just like a Chandler Bing, God rest Matthew Perry, who's naturally talented and born into it. Yeah. That somebody just had a gift. There's some people that have a gift, and then there's people that are so trained that you're like, what is this magic you're watching, right?
Right.
So there, if you have BritBox, get it. I think it's who knows how you get it, but it's called BritBox. We have it. And we watched the show. We rewatched this show from I want to say it's 2004 or 5. It's before a smartphone. This is why I say this. Smartphones came out in 2007. And the lead actors, it's called Broadchurch. It's from, people probably are like, yeah, of course I've seen it. It's that old, Trish. But the main actors, it's a TV show from the UK. David Tennant, so from Doctor Who, and Olivia Colman are the lead. They're your Benson and Stabler, kind of like a Law and Order, but it's the whole season is one story, one crime that they're solving. And Jason, I sat and watched that, and I was like, this is like a master class in acting. When do you ever watch stuff and you just sit and go, man, I believe that's who they are. That's great acting.
Right.
Olivia Colman, bad mamma jamma. She is a bad mamma jamma.
So many wonderful British actors.
They are. It's just so good. We're doing that, and then we're also muting things. Jason and I are also muting things on our stories. We're getting really good about what we want to be our distractions and the things we don't want to be our distractions. There's just stuff right now that I'm like, I'm going to mute that. I'm going to mute that because I don't need to see it right now. I'm going to make other plans. We're doing all the things to try to not sound completely Californian, but to stay high vibe over here.
Yeah, and not get sucked into some rabbit hole of negativity. No, exactly. And now's the time more than ever, y'all, to watch live comedy, go to live comedy, support it, because it's definitely different in the room. There's something more magical, even though you're lucky enough to see, we are, to see clips on social media that make you laugh while you're laying in the bed at night with a face full of serums. There's something to be said about seeing it live, because there's just I know you agree with that, Karen. There's something that you don't get in person. Dude agrees. Yeah, my doodle has just grabbed his toy. He's seconding that. But and plus the energy in the room and the camaraderie of laughing with the audience, the rest of the audience, as opposed to just watching a clip by yourself in a or with one person. So it's just such a different energy, and it's contagious, and so it's nice to actually go see live comedy. I think. I love the clips, and I'm thankful for everyone that follows us and watches, and thank you so much. But on occasion, certainly go out and see a live comedy show, because it is a different experience than just watching online.
And I think it's just the state of the world. I think we need to all start remembering that we're all more alike than we are different. And when you get to be with people in person and hug on somebody, dude agrees. Dude, do you want to come just come tell them. Come on. No, come on. Come on up. Come on. Come on. Never mind, y'all. He's got his pull toy for watching this. This never happens to Mel Robbins. When I listen to the Mel Robbins podcast, she does not have a YOLO or any of her other dogs making crazy mess. But Karen and we're just all inclusive. We just let it ride.
And we don't have a staff in a studio somewhere that's keeping, tending to the dogs elsewhere. They're just right here with us, and,
They're just right up our nose holes. And this
whatever happens, happens.
Come on up. Come on. Tell everybody hi.
Hi, Duder.
Say hi, Duder. Okay. You can tell everybody hi. It is 80 degrees here, y'all, just so you know, here in Southern California. So, Dude wants to WALK. Yes, I'm spelling it. Y'all know if you're a dog mamas. And he doesn't understand how hot it is. So he gets 10 steps, and his little brother, the lab, is like, nah.
I'm good.
Not on my watch. He looks back at us like, did y'all check the temperature? This seems negligent. So we have to wait till the end of the day to walk them, or super early, which Jason and I have not, since he made me watch that crime show. I was up all night, worried to death, so we didn't go to bed till late. So anywho, this is the point of my story. These poor dogs are ready to murder us because they're energy through the roof, but they don't want to go out in this heat. Kay gets it.
Yeah, we got some rain here, so there's some pin-up energy in here because of that. That's why he's just barking, like, ah.
Yes, you get it.
So it stopped, and now people are coming out to potty, and that's why he's raising Cain.
Yeah, he's like, we need to get out there before it's too late and it starts. They run a tight schedule. They've got us on tight schedules. They really do. Dude will look at me sometimes like, what are you doing? Did you not look at the clock? You haven't scheduled this day properly. Like he will, if you have a doodle, y'all know, Duder, if you have a doodle, they should just come complete with iPads because they will look at you like, have you read the schedule? You are behind. Yeah. And I don't know what to say. Judgy, Judge Judgerson. And the lab is laid up right now on the cold floor in the studio. Like, I don't know what his deal is. As far as I'm concerned, we're fine.
Yeah. Yeah, this little Chi-Chi over here, she's fine too. She's like, I'm good. I peed earlier.
She's fine. She don't have anything to do. Did you see that cute little picture I put up of you and Zozo for your birthday? And did you scroll all the way through? Yeah, way back in there, I've got a picture of y'all just smooching each other. It's way back in the post, and I couldn't believe I found it. And as y'all just kissing each other. That's the cutest thing. It's way back.
I had to go through the post because that was so. I saw what you did yesterday on your story, but I didn't see the post.
Okay, y'all listen. Yesterday, I'll tell you the story. So I was so excited because I have perimenopause brain right now. It's fine. I'm doing great. On top of the state of the world, I also I consider myself a very thoughtful person, but with perimenopause, I have the thought and then it leaves my person. That's what's happening. So as soon as I think of something, I try to do it immediately so it doesn't go away. So it was longer than last week. It was 2 weeks ago. I made Karen's birthday post and scheduled it because I was really like intent, and I went and threw a lot of pictures, and I wanted to grab a lot of like things that just made me smile. Okay. And I scheduled it for the day after her birthday. So yesterday I'm sitting there and I look at my phone, I look at the calendar and it says Karen Mill's birthday. And I was like, what do you mean? No, that can't. Well, then where's her post? And I realized it didn't post, and I was so upset that it didn't post that I just quickly put one of my stories and then had to go in and realize that I scheduled it for the wrong day and then just published it. But the point was, so I double posted for Kay's birthday. I'd triple post. I'd do a dang birthday month if you'd let me.
Thank you. It's so thoughtful for you to do anything. I mean,
I adore you, and you should be celebrated all the days. But no, seriously, I thought, what have I done? But again, perimenopause brain. Like, I was so proud when I did it that I did it wrong. And I was like, son of a monkey.
I do that all the time with social media. That's why I hate it.
Yeah, I know. It's a love
that's why we have social media managers, because when I do it myself, I'm just like, argh.
I know. I should have just told the team, hey, will you do this post for little Kay? But I was like so proud that I was
that you were ahead of the game,
yes,
and then you were behind the game,
yeah,
which happens to me all the time. I think I'm ahead of the game, I end up behind the game.
All the time. Thank you. You know what? That's half of the battle, is you remind me a lot of times I'm not alone. And when I think I've done something and nobody else is done with what I'm done with, Karen will tell me something. She's like, oh, please. Do it all the time. I'm like, I'm not alone. I'm not alone. Because don't y'all hate that when you think I have to be the only one doing this? My girlfriend the other day sent me, I should post it. My girlfriend, Nikki, She sent me a picture the other day because they had got their daughter, well, her daughter saved up. They got a car for their daughter, just turned 16. She's learned to drive. And they're in the middle of selling their house. And so they had to move all their cars away from the house while they were doing an open house. Well, they couldn't find the key to the daughter's new car because, well, it's new to them. You know what I mean? Couldn't find the key to the daughter's car because the daughter's not driving it yet. They all moved it as a family. 2 weeks, they could not find the key. So this car has sat at the church parking lot down the road for 2 weeks. She had to go call the dealership and see if they'd come out and re-key it. She found it yesterday in a sunglass case.
Oh, dear Lord.
She said, Trish, why? What happened to me? I said, girl, welcome to perimenopause. We do wackadoodle mess. And you're just like, I don't know why. I don't know why I did it. Can't remember anything. It's as if somebody has snatched your person out of your body. Yeah.
Yep.
Karen's laughing because she has been preaching this to me for the better part of, I don't know, at least 10 years. At the bare minimum 10 years, might be 15. But I'd be like, oh my God, that sounds chaotic. You don't know the chaos. This sounds like urban legend until it takes over your life. You think that sounds like a lot. And then when it becomes your daily experience, you're like, how all women have not taken everybody out of the planet is just an act of grace.
I know.
Women really are the smarter species all the way around, because that we just choose to not take people out is sweet. It's sweet. It's a grace thing. God does things by design, for sure. For sure. There'd be perimenopause commercials every 5 seconds if men had perimenopause. We wouldn't be able to escape the commercials. We'd all be like, "Ooh, Lordy, be women, you're just now hearing about it because women are getting loud
Just
enough."
now hearing about it because I know. And for decades, men that really didn't know anything about it were the only ones doctoring it.
Oh, they're like, you need a nap. You're just getting old.
Yeah, it's just, this is just how it is.
You should have a drink.
Accept
You should
it.
be on Xanax. Well, what? Listen, I'm grateful for anything anybody wants to be on, but listen, somebody needs to know what's going on around here, which I just bought Dr. Mary Claire's book. And I watched Leanne. I have that recorded. I have not watched the perimenopause.
Oh, yeah, it's so good. Yeah.
Was it good?
Yeah,
I've just seen the clips. I can't wait. When you just don't, like you just said, I want to have a day so I can sit down and watch it. And I love Dr. Mary Claire. Clearly, we love Leanne. I love a Halle Berry.
I love an Oprah. Yeah.
Oh, and it's Oprah. Oprah could literally host literally, I don't care what it is. She could tell me she's going to be at a Starbucks drive-through, and I'd get there 4 days before to be the first one in line if it was the Oprah Starbucks smoothie. I don't care what it is. I'd be there. So I can't wait to watch it. Kay, are you on the road this summer? Are you doing shows this summer?
I am doing some. Yes. This weekend I'm in Arkansas at
fun.
The Grove outside of Fayetteville. It's in Lowell, Arkansas.
Lowell,
and,
okay.
Yeah, and so I have that coming up, and then I have shows throughout the summer. Not hardly anything in July, but I have.
We
pockets.
all take July off.
Yeah, everybody takes July off, so I have pockets of shows though throughout.
I, for the most part, am taking most of the summer off.
Good for you.
Well, it's not, believe me, I'm working with my dear friends at Camping World. Let me please say, it's not that I'm not working. I'm grateful to always work, but they got me hawking these RVs. So, I get to see a lot of new fun RVs, which I'm super excited over, and that's a lot of fun. But I start back in August.
Too.
Oh, y'all start looking at them because the state of the world, we all might be moving into one, and they've come a long way. So don't just tell them Trish sent you.
Yeah.
They're darling, and
They are.
Oh, I'm telling y'all, if you have not, just go to my page and look at some of them. But, that's what I'm doing. And, you can always go to trishsir.com to see all my tour dates. But I put up my new mailing list, so I would love for people to subscribe to my mailing list because, don't worry, I won't spam you. I would just love to keep in touch with y'all because I'm just learning how to do that. Your girl's been a little behind the times. It's embarrassing that I wasn't with the times sooner. And Kay, where can everybody find you?
KarenMills.com.
KarenMills.com.
And all my links to all my socials are through my website, but so I don't have to run through that. But yeah, you can find us anywhere if you're willing to venture back on social media.
Yeah, listen, we understand. You see what we're saying, y'all. That's why I was like, let me do a mailing list, because in case y'all are like me and some days I don't have the mental capacity to get through social media, just go to trishsir.com and then you'll see my dates and know that I love you.
Yes.
And then I'm going to start doing all my stuff, because people are like, what are you doing? I've had a lot of people ask lately what I'm doing with my skin, and I was like, really? Thanks. Besides my little red light crazy mask that I wear, I've been doing a bunch of other stuff, so I want to start posting it so people can find it. But I want y'all to come to shows, because I want to hug people in person. I love hugging people. I think that's my favorite part about live shows. Is that weird? Besides making people laugh, is hugging everybody.
No, that's sweet.
Okay, thanks. I know Kay knows that. I'm like, get over here. I want to squeeze you. We love y'all. We hope you have the very best day ever. Please go on if you have a second. It costs nothing. You don't have to put down anything. And give us a 5-star review. Do you like how I just said go straight to 5 stars?
Yeah. Yeah, just go do the 5.
Review. Just do 5 wherever you listen to podcasts. It helps us out a whole lot. So just rate, subscribe, and review what you think of us and where you want to see us and what guests you want to have on, because we have more guests scheduled that Kay and I are back in the saddle. So we want to hear who you'd love to hear from this summer. We love y'all. Have the best day.
Thank you so much for listening.